Hey guys, welcome to Final Fantasy 14. Here today to talk about some new mounts that you guys can be getting, all thanks to the Moogle Treasure Trove. Now, this launches on the 18th of May 2020 and will go on till patch 5.3 launches, which, if I've got my facts right, it should be around middle of June to the end of June. I know the virus it's making the patch a bit later because of circumstances. I can't blame them, and I perfectly understand this. Okay, so basically, in this event, you can get special tombstones called irregular tombstones, and you can trade those in for items and especially mounts. Mounts, of course, is what I'm here to talk about, as always. So, looking at first what you have to do now to be able to enter or to earn these, you have to have completed the main story, the ultimate weapon. So you'll have to be at least level 50. It's not too bad. If you've just started the game, if you're focusing on just one class, you'll soon complete the story and finish that as well. Just stick with it. And of course, you do have some time as well. Basically, let's bring this up. If you go on your duty finder, if it has, it won't have it right now, obviously, but if it has a Moogle symbol next to the, say, where it says level 70, that means you're going to earn tombstones. But what I've done, I've written down here what they've said on their site earns you tombstones. So, okay, so listen carefully. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it for all of them. But I'll see if I can just do it for some basic ones here. 50. Bear with me here a second. Okay, so the Praetorium main story with a lot of poetics for us oldies. That will get, if it's the highest ranking one, this will give you 10 tombstones. Okay, so the highest item costs 100. And that's for a necklace, a Shiba Inu necklace, basically. And that will cost you, say, 100. So you have to do 10 runs of this. A bit boring with all the cutscenes, but that's the highest one. Okay, this one, the Castrum Meridium, that will award you 7, as will the Allborn Monastery, but that's a level 70 quest. So both those two will award you 7. If you do the Reborn Lighthouse, again it's a level 70 quest, you'll get, or raid rather, you'll get 6. If you do the Royal City of Rabanasta, which is level 70, the Urim Vale, which is level 47, or the Hidden Gorge, which is a level 30 PvP mode, you will get 5. I've just been stunned because I always come here because it's always daylight. And they have actually changed it. It was always light here, even at night time. So, wow, I've made a boob there, haven't I? Anyway, okay, Cutler's Cry, level 38 dungeon, that will award you 4. The Sunken Temple of Quan, level 35. The Stone Vigil, level 41. And the Demsum Darkhold, level 44. They'll all award you 3. So even if you're only level 50, you could do the main storyline one 10 times and you can get loads of tombstones that way. But I've said it's the mount we're talking about, so I'm going to talk about the low end mounts and we'll work our way up to the highest. Okay, now first of all, we actually you can get some ponies out of this. So if you're looking for a pony mount, you're going to be able to get one of those. I just want to double check the names for a second to make sure I've got the right ones on my list here. Yes, okay. So for 30 tombstones, it's not very much at all. Now, bear in mind as well, the great thing about this is... Oh, here comes a bit of light. So, with the tombstones, you're guaranteed to get it. It's just a case of working towards it. Even if you do a unsync party and do the Titans, you try and do the actual primal fight, it's still a loot drop. You're going to have to try and win. So I like that you're guaranteed to get it. Also, it should be noted, you can't earn the tombstones if you're unsynced in a party. You have to do it normally. I think it's the game developers' way of making people rerun these old dungeons, which people need to do, but perhaps they're just getting ignored at the moment. So okay, so this is the first pony mount, and it's my favorite pony mount in total. It was the one that took me the longest to get out of all of them. It's great because it plays a Shiva song. The white and blue is fantastic, and of course all these mounts fly. I should note, all mounts fly these days, so you don't even need to worry about can it fly, can it not. Okay, so, and the other pony mount you can get is this one. It's the Ifrit pony, which again, it's a very great mount. This was actually No, Garuda was the first one I ever got. But again, the colours are fantastic. Big fan of the pony mounts because they were actually obviously the very first primal, so it makes them very special, very unique, and they're really cool in look and design. So there we go. So 2 pony mounts can be yours for grabs. Next we have, if you don't, I've always said that beast tribes are a great way of earning mounts, but if you don't want to go for all the story plot wise, you can actually earn them through this. So the first one is a dire wolf. Now if you haven't got any plans on doing any crafting, this is a great way to get this mount. You get it from the beast tribe quest in is it the North Shroud? I want to say there's a crafting beast tribe quest you can do there, and this is how you get the dire wolf mount. So if you're not a big fan of crafting, you're just there to do damage as a healer. Well, no, you won't be doing damage as a healer, but you know, you're just playing the game. You've got no want to do any crafting. This is how you can get this mount. So I would definitely suggest you aim for this one. And then we have, say, all of them. So you can. I'm just gonna try and show them all off. Just gotta find them first. Where's the bomb palanquin? Should have gone to Specsavers, haven't I? I'm trying to. There it is. It's at the top. I'm trying to go by a little logo, right? This one now. I've never actually tried this one yet as my character. I look very casual. If it used, I don't know if they've changed the animation for it, but it used to be if you were a Lalafell, you'd be clinging to dear life on one of the sides. I don't know if they've changed that. That's what it used to be when this mount first came out, and it was really, really funny. This is a great mount, especially as well because of the bombs they light up. So if you're in the dark, it comes in very handy. So actually, I like the Ronto. It's very casual about it. That's how you sit on a sofa. Then the Elf's Horn. This one's really cool. Just give me a second again just to try and find it. I think it's down here. I think actually most of them should be on this page now. The only problem I really have with this mount is a couple of years ago there was a summertime event and they did a much more colourful version of this mount, and it had like a pet action where you can blow bubbles. But there you go. If you're a fan of like prehistoric looking water life, this is really good, especially like the detailing on the saddle. Can you see like the bone horns? And there's really cool, especially on the necklace as well. This is a really cool. It's one of my favourite beast tribe mounts. Okay, next Elfthorn Gubu. Gubu, where are you, Gubu? The saggy bottom mount, the Laurel Gubu. Saggy bottom. It should be noted as well, only 2 of the beast tribe mounts have pet actions. This is one of them. And don't worry, that is not Corona. Yep, so you can sneeze. If you want to get a pet action mount, this is a very good one for that. And the last one, last beast tribe one is a Drake Horn. This is my all-time favourite for look and pet action. It's just awesome. Look, he just looks amazing. Very simple, elegant, and he breathes fire. Also, there's no damage, it's just there purely for effect, but that was really cool. Who doesn't want a fire-breathing, dragon-looking creature? But yeah, so all these mounts I've shown you up till now will cost you 30 tokens, or tombstones, or irregular tombstones, so very easy to get. It should also be noted, if you want to know where to trade these in, basically go to any main Aetheryte in Limsa, Laminsa, Gridania, or in Uldar, and if you head straight out, you'll spot it. So in Uldar, you have to run out into the main area. You'll see the Moogle there. In Gridania, it's right opposite the Aetheryte, and I think in Limsa and Laminsa again, it's in that same area, so you won't be able to miss it. Okay, now we have 3 mounts that are worth 50 tokens, and 2 of these I'm really excited about for you guys. I'll explain why I want to get to them. So first of all, you can get a wolf, which is a primal mount. It's my least favourite of all the wolf mounts. I'm sorry to say it, purely because of the colouring. The grey and the white would colour quite nice, but I'm not overly keen on the red eyes, and it's just, compared to all the wolves, it's my least favourite just because of the colours, and it's, you know, maybe it's quite stupid, but in all fairness, guys, if you're not really good at primal fights and you really want a wolf mount, I mean, this is a great way of getting it, and it is a really cool mount. It reminds me of Okami. Well, one of them does actually look like Okami, but just the fact of the trailing fire, I'm calling it fire, it's just awesome. So, although my least favourite one of all of them, it's still a cool way to get it. Now, I'm really excited about, because I've got one of the bird ones, I've never liked the name of it, but obviously, but this one, the extreme fight is a bit of a pain. But I like about this, I love mounts that everyone knows I love mounts that look different when you're on the ground and when you're in flight. So the bird one, which I love as well for the bobbing head, and the face is just so realistic on these eagle mounts. The wings stay folded. Great leg design too. So when you're running, the wings sort of puts its head down, very streamlined. But then when you take to the air, the wings come out, the feet get tucked under, and I love that. So it's very realistic. I know in a game called Final Fantasy, to say the word realistic seems very odd, but wow. So cool music playing. It'd be awesome, I think, to actually have an eagle mount in your collection. So if you really want an eagle, seriously guys, go for this one. So this and the wolf will cost you 50, but they've saved the best till last. There is a mount that for some of you will be extremely hard to get purely because of time. A lot of people play this game, don't have a lot of time to wait around for fates, and it may pop even when you're not on, so it makes it annoying. But if you save up 50 tokens of irregular and you trade them to the Moogle, you can get, when I find it, it's the only problem when you've got so many mounts. There it is. This, you can get your hands on the Ixon mount. So rather than have to do the fate at least twice and get gold standing on a fate where you could lose connection because everyone else is doing it, get 50 irregular tombstones and you can trade in for this. Now, I have heard people complain saying they don't like this mount, but I'd like to point out it's from Final Fantasy X, probably one of the coolest primals, one of the coolest summons. It's a great look to it. It's a great movement. I love look at the mane. It's puffy. It reminds me of when you whip up egg whites. You know, that's what I'm thinking. And there's just something about this mount. I think it's unique. Of course, the new raid mount. I probably won't get that for a while. Which is both Ramu bred with this looks amazing too. But guys, consider it. You'd have to wait to do the fate at least twice as far as I know, and say try and get gold rank on it, which can be really hard if you've got server problems and the game is lagging. It could even kick you out. I've known that to happen to people. So now all you got to do is collect 50. You could just do the main story one 5 times, and then you've got enough to get this mount. I'm really excited about it because although I've got it, for a lot of people it'd be a lot easier. So guys, get involved, start collecting those tombstones. It kicks off next week, that'll be. Obviously, if it's like a year later and you're watching this vid, you won't be able to. Even if you collect the tombstones, I think it's up until, the patch after you can trade in. So don't worry if you collect them, but you don't trade them in before the new patch comes out. They've done quite a few of these treasure trove events before, but this one I'm really excited about because of this mount for you guys. So yeah, any more I will keep my eyes open and do future vids on in the future for you. Get involved. It's great for us oldies to get some items, but great for you newer ones as well to actually get your hands on some cool mounts, which would be a bit harder to do otherwise. So thanks for watching this vid, guys. Comment, subscribe. I'm also going to be uploading a vid on what I think are 5 of the rarest mounts in Final Fantasy. So keep looking out for that one. Comment, subscribe. Thank you for your support, and I hope you guys are enjoying the game and staying safe.